just left.
Oh my gosh.
Bless you. We have just left my grandparents' house near Boise, Idaho. We spent about 4 days with them. And don't worry, guys. David and I were quarantining in the woods for 14 days. We actually left it up to my grandparents as to whether or not they actually wanted us to stop by. And they said yes. They felt that we were being safe. You know, we basically live in the middle of the woods alone most of the time. So they were comfortable having us over, and we were comfortable being there with them. And we ate a lot of cookies. And by we, I mean this guy right here ate a lot of cookies. We played some games, and we just generally hung out and had a good time. I'm really glad that we got to visit my grandparents. I really love them. They're basically the people that got me into wanting to travel, because when I was a kid, every time I'd hang out with them, we'd go out and travel somewhere and see cool stuff. But we only stayed there for 4 days, and now we are on our way into the mountains of Western Washington. We are so excited. We're going to be camping there for about a week, and we have some of our friends in Washington that are going to come out and camp with us. We have not seen these guys in 7 months now?
Yeah.
Over 7 months, and I know that doesn't seem like a long time to some of you, but these are our best friends, guys. They are our closest friends. I am so excited. We cannot wait. That's all we're talking about today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but for some reason, I thought that this drive was gonna be like 10.5 hours, almost 11 hours to get there from near Boise. And then 2 nights ago, I think David actually decided to look it up. I don't know why I thought that it was such a long drive.
Yeah, she said 10 hours. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
It's only a 7.5 hour drive.
Yeah, which for us, that's easy.
That's no big deal. We'll get there. We didn't even leave until noon, and we're still gonna get there well before sunset. So I'm really excited. We got to sleep in this morning. I'm feeling chipper. David's feeling chipper. He had coffee though, so I mean, that helps a lot.
We've got roughly 150 miles left till we get to our campsite, and the closest dump station that had potable water that we felt confident about going to was this free dump station and water fill at this rest stop in Washington State. In Prosser is the name of the city. Washington is great for free dump stations and free water fill. They've got them all throughout the state, and we found this using rvdumpsites.net is the name of the website that we use to find our dump stations, and it's a great resource. So if you guys haven't heard of it, check it out. It's great for finding free dump stations and water. This one, however, is pretty annoying because the spigot has this little electronic button that I have to push very frequently. It pumps out about 3 gallons of water, I've noticed, and then stops. And then I have to push it again. I'm not complaining too much because it is free and I like free, so I'm cool with it. I'm just letting you guys know if you're ever tooling around Washington, traveling through this state, you come to a rest stop that has water fill, that this might be something you have to deal with. We have 118 gallons of fresh water to fill, so I usually like to just stick the spigot in and then go sit back in the truck in the nice cool AC, but with this, you have to man it. It's the next day, and as you can tell, we stopped filming before we actually got into our site here. And that's because the site that we originally wanted, the one we planned on getting, was taken, as were very many of the sites here. And nightfall was approaching fast, so we knew that we had to just go and find a site quickly before it got too dark to see. So that's exactly what we did. We put the cameras down, we found a spot to drop the trailer, and we just started tearing through this national forest, trying to find a site that is big enough for our whole party. If it was just Jenny and I in our trailer, we would have been just fine because there were plenty of little small places for us to camp in. However, we've got 5 more cars coming, 11 people total, so we needed a pretty big site. And we found that in this campsite. It is plenty big for everyone, and there are plenty of level spots to put down tents. It's super secluded with the nearest campsite over a half mile away, and the best part is it is a very, very short walk right down to Huckleberry Creek. This place is gorgeous.
Today is a really special day for us. 3 years ago today, on July 8th of 2017, we hit the road for the first time ever, and thankfully we have never looked back. We love what we do, and celebrating our nomadiversary together is exactly what we wanted to do. And what better place to celebrate it than here in the trees in our favorite national forest, which is the Mount Baker-Snoqualmie National Forest. And today we are going to be celebrating by driving around. We have a lookout tower that we're going to called Suntop Lookout, and I think we've waited long enough for some of the clouds to clear, and we are crossing our fingers because we're supposed to have a straight shot view of Mount Rainier, and we're really hoping it's not shrouded in clouds right now. But we're doing this today because tomorrow only one of our friends is showing up, and then the next day, which is Friday, everybody else is showing up. So we have today all alone to run around and explore this national forest, and I'm really excited.
So the drive up to Suntop Lookout from our campsite is over 6 miles, and it's just climb the whole way. But about a mile before we got to the lookout tower, we were stopped by this. I don't know what the deal is. You know, it says it's closed due to vandalism, and I don't know what kind of jerk would be vandalizing a National Forest lookout tower, but it's a huge bummer that that happened and that they closed the gate. So we're not even really sure if the lookout tower is going to be open right now, but it's about a mile, and we're just going to hike the rest of the way and, you know, see if it's closed or not, or if it's just closed to motorized vehicles, because you ain't gonna stop me from getting this view. We love coming to these National Forest lookouts because, you know, the views that they have are almost always incredible, and the mountain ranges here in the Mount Baker-Snoqualmie National Forest are just breathtakingly beautiful. And we've got a 360-degree view of everything. We can even see Mount Rainier from here. Unfortunately, the top of it is shrouded in clouds, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's really pretty and we know how tall it is, so I can just like imagine it over there. And then the rest of the forest, when we're driving around in it, it's so green and the trees are so tall that when we get up to places like this, viewpoints like this, it's funny when you look around and you see these massive rock faces that you can't see down there. It just seems like a forest everywhere.
And it's what's so great about places like this is that there's no one here. We are the only ones up here right now. We're completely alone. When we first got up here, there was a decent number of people up here. I mean, what, like six or eight?
Something like that. But they were leaving as we were coming up. So.
Yeah, and in the national parks, they're jam-packed, but these viewpoints in the national forest on a Wednesday, completely alone.